Imagine you're a teacher at a socioeconomic or Title I school, and you have kids coming to you who are failing their classes, who are failing their tests, and you approach them and ask them what's going on, and they say that they don't have support at home. Their parents aren't helping them study for their spelling test. They aren't encouraging them to keep studying in school. What do? This situation is so common in America with the prevalent amount of socioeconomic and Title I schools in America. I have noticed over my years of observation through the schools and through my studies at A&M that this situation is so common and is sweeping the nation as we continue to look for change in the education system. It is so important for us as a nation to recognize this problem so that we can come together and help change it. First, Title I is found in ESEA, which is Elementary Secondary Education Act. Underneath the Title I section is where the Title I school definition comes from. A Title I school is a school who is struggling to make their grades, who are struggling in the state-mandated test, and that are struggling financially and support-wise with their students. The foundation of ESEA is found in the ESEA at 50 in 2016. The 2016 article by Nelson and a quote by Johnson. This quote reads, and I quote, "represents a major new commitment of the federal government to quality and equality in the schooling system." That quote best sums up what Title I is about. That is about the support of these students that we can equalize the education across the nation. Secondly, this topic is so important to me because growing up, I always wanted to be a teacher, and I knew that these kids were the ones that I wanted to reach. I always wanted to be there for these kids and make sure that they know how important education really is. I wanted to be a role model and a positive influence for these kids who come from a home who might not get that. They come to school and they don't want to study and they don't want to do work because they're not supported at home. Famita Daris' study in Rethinking Education, Emerging Roles for Teachers 2015 does a study for teachers that studies 8 teachers and sees what kind of role models they can be, whether they're role models academically or socially. She found that all 8 of those teachers were not role models in empathy. They're role models in lesson plan driven only. They're not socially encouraging their students. They're not encouraging them in their schoolwork by telling them that they're doing a great job or that she wasn't there for them. They're only driven academically and lesson plans. It is so important that this nation understands what a Title I school is so that we can all come together and help make a change. These students will hopefully be the leaders of America, but they will not be if something does not change. These children need to understand that education is important, and it is so important for them to continue to strive and want to succeed. But luckily, after you are now informed, you have the opportunity to make a change because knowledge is power, and now you have the power to be able to change something that you don't like about this system and be able to get involved and help these kids in Title I schools. Nearing the end, I hope that you have seen how passionate I am about these kids and being a teacher in one of these districts and how important it is to understand exactly what a Title I school is and exactly what a socioeconomic school district may look like. In her study, Laura Schauer of Socioeconomic Differences in Primary School Classroom 2015 interviewed students about the way that they learn. She stated, and I quote, "Do children need to be supported to gain access to the vocabulary and the way language is used that is valued in schools?" The main word there is support. If I could answer that question, I would always answer yes. These kids need, above anything else, support. Academically, emotionally, any way that we can support them, that is exactly what they need. And now that we are informed and we are ready to be able to initiate that support, we can all come together and help these kids support in any education way that we can. That's it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.